What worked at 3 clients probably is not going to work at 15 clients, because growth, it doesn't just strain your systems. Really what it does is exposes your weaknesses. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to spot what I call the scaling trap. I'm going to show you how to spot it early and how to rebuild your business architecture so you can actually hold what you're building. Stick with me to the end, and I'll show you the exact tool I use to stay ahead of breakdowns before they ever happen. I'm Brett from brettcpayne.com. And if you're scaling a business, which I hope that you are, you've probably felt it. You felt the processes start to kind of wobble a little bit. Probably felt the handoffs get a little bit messy. Maybe the team is asking, wait, who owns this part of the business now? Or maybe they're not asking. Maybe you just feel it from them. They don't even know what to ask. You didn't do anything wrong. You just outgrew the first version of what you put together. So let's talk about the stress fractures that signal it's time to upgrade. Fracture number 1, the team can't see the full picture. With 3 clients, you can kind of manage their memory a little bit, right? 15, you're gonna need some visibility because you are not going to know what's going on with everybody. And your team starts asking, like, where are we with this one, right? Who's following up on this? Why wasn't I looped in on this? And all of a sudden it becomes like a circus. Well, if you've got 2 or 3 clients, you just chit chat, have coffee, talk over lunch, whatever, about your 2 or 3 clients. Get to 15, get to 20, more than that, people are going to start asking questions. The lack of systems creates silos, and silos are what kills momentum because people become catatonic when they can't figure out what to do and they just live in their own world. You don't want that with your staff members. Fracture number 2, roles were designed for a smaller game. You hired a generalist when the team was tiny. Now you need specialists, but you're still asking one person to do 5 jobs. And this is where the ball starts to drop. This is where people start to get resentful and bottlenecks start to creep in. And most of the time, you as a founder are the bottleneck. If your business is feeling that stretch, hit subscribe. I drop weekly videos here to help you scale without burning out your team, and most importantly, without burning out yourself. Fracture number 3, your tech stack starts to show its age. I think you probably have a few subscriptions here and there that you don't even need. Tools are duct taped together when things were small, right? You remember you didn't have that much money, probably, and you got this little free tool here and this one here, and all of a sudden you've got 49 tools. Every once in a while you get a little upgrade on them. Do that little research thing on your finances and see how many subscriptions you have out there. You'll be shocked if you're not careful about these things, right? But it's a fracture if your tech stack, the tech things that you are using, will start to show, when they start to show their age, that means that there's a problem going on. These things start to break under the load. They can't handle all the stuff that you're trying to do as you grow. Zapier that worked flawlessly with 2 leads a day, now it's missing half of them. And you didn't even know it. You got to go back and check, right? You don't need more tools. You need connected ones that are going to scale with you, right? Not so many, but just 1 or 2 that are actually going to do the job, whether you have 5 clients or 1,000 clients. Let me ask you, where in your business do you feel like you're duct taping things together right now? There's probably some place. Go ahead and put that in the comments for me. And that's your signal. It's time to rebuild a few things. Fracture number 4, you're scaling chaos, not clarity. If things feel faster, but they're also feeling messier, that is not an indication of growth. That's just friction. You're creating more friction points. If it's starting to feel messy, you might see things like projects that are starting without clear briefs. You're not giving details to your team. Your team just doesn't know the information. Deadlines are missed because no one's tracking them, or clients are getting different versions of the experience depending on who they're talking to or what they're kind of working through. This isn't about slowing down. I'm not asking you to do that. It's about building the engine that can handle the speed, because you got into this to grow. So you have to have the things in place for you to grow. You've got to have the right container. Otherwise, it's all going to kind of fall apart. Fracture number 5, you're flying blind. This is the one that catches most founders off guard, to be honest with you, when I'm talking with them. You've outgrown your systems. If you don't know how your team is performing, you're not communicating with them in a way that they can kind of give you feedback. You just have outgrown this whole thing. And when you see your team not performing, that means that you maybe need a new system. Not maybe, you definitely need a new system. You've outgrown your systems if you can't predict what's about to break. If you're looking, you just don't know, or if you're managing off the feel or the vibe of what's happening instead of visibility. That's why you have to go watch the video that I did called KPI Dashboards and Rhythms to keep everything on track. It's going to show you how to see really what's happening, but not just see it, but how to fix what's breaking and to lead with clarity. I put the link in the description for you. Growth doesn't have to mean chaos. That's not what that's supposed to mean, but it does mean to re-architecture things. You have to redesign things at certain phases. And if you're experiencing this kind of growth and it's feeling chaotic to you and overwhelming, it's stressing you out, it's good to take a breath and step back and go, wait a second, the architecture that we used to start this thing is not the architecture that's going to work. Don't wait for the system to break. Design for where you're going, not where you started. And I want you to go watch that video, KPI Dashboards and Rhythms. It's very helpful, very important. That's how you stop scaling stress and you start scaling sustainability, because sometimes we feel like we're growing so fast and we don't have the right things in place. All we're doing is adding more stress to our life. That's not what I want you to do. I want you to start scaling sustainability. The link is in the description, and I will see you there.